This is an information video about the apprenticeships run through Professional Training Solutions. Professional Training Solutions have been delivering business admin apprenticeships since 2006 and over that time have worked with a range of employers. So what is included in an apprenticeship? Learners will need to gain a Maths and English qualification if this has not already been achieved with the required grading previous to starting their apprenticeship. They will be supported to then achieve Maths and English at either Level 1 or Level 2, depending on the level of the apprenticeship. Learners will also need to build a portfolio of evidence through the teaching and learning they will undertake to demonstrate full knowledge, skills and behaviours specific to their subject area. Learners are required to complete a detailed overview of the 20% off the job training which is supported by their employer. All learners then go through an endpoint assessment process, which is how the full apprenticeship is completed. Throughout some apprenticeship standards, there is also an additional element of a diploma, which some learners may need to undertake. If English is required, apprentices will be supported to achieve this through a range of structured lessons run by an assigned functional skills tutor, and will have to pass 3 mandatory components: speaking, listening and communication, reading and writing. For those learners who need to achieve their maths, a separate programme of learning will take place, again being run by assigned functional skills tutor. And for maths, there is one mandatory element to pass to achieve their maths functional skills. And as noted on the PowerPoint presentation, functional skills learning is an additional element to the 20% off the job training and cannot be taken as part of this. So what do we mean by knowledge, skills and behaviours? The main subject element of a learner's apprenticeship will be supported by a programme of learning specific to their area of work. The programme will provide a range of teaching and learning activities to support the learner's knowledge, and they will also be required to demonstrate their understanding of skills and behaviours required for their role through observations, professional discussions and expert witness testimony, all of which will be planned and guided by tutors assigned to them to support their studies. There are a range of delivery methods that we support through PTS. These can include assessor-led workshops, one-to-one tutorials, or face-to-face or remote webinars, e-learning packages, workplace visits, and also progress reviews. So what is an endpoint assessment? Well, this assessment is what happens at the end of every apprenticeship and can differ per apprenticeship standard, but typically a learner will have an observation of them in practice, a knowledge test, and an interview based on the portfolio of evidence that they have produced throughout their studies. The endpoint assessment is conducted by a separate company called the Endpoint Assessment Organisation. And as the training provider, we will instruct them at least 3 months before the end of a learner's programme and register the learner ready for their endpoint assessment. At the end of the programme of learning, Professional Training Solutions will meet with you and the learner, and this meeting is called a gateway. And all parties need to be happy that the learner is ready to go forward for their endpoint assessment. We then submit all the documentation for this, and then they will be contacted directly, the learner and the employer, yourselves, to arrange the date for the endpoint assessment. So what do we mean by 20% off the job training? This is time that the apprentices should be able to take during their workplace hours and will be put towards their knowledge, skills and behaviour, directly linked to the standard. 20% off the job training can take place through workshops, job shadowing, webinars, one-to-one supervisions with either their line manager or workplace mentor, having time to gather and write assignments and complete the research for those, and any internal training that the workplace may offer. Learners are required to reflect on the learning that they've undertaken, and they will record this on the e-portfolio system that we use called OneFile. And as I previously noted, that functional skills learning does not count towards the 20% off the training, so this will be required to take in addition to this time. So what is required from line managers and mentors? This will depend on the level of experience and level of confidence that your learners already have, and any specific requirements that they may need. The line manager and mentor will need to help learners improve and achieve their apprenticeship through the understanding of their role, to carry out coaching in skills and knowledge, to support their learner by asking questions and encouraging their learning, to provide opportunities for learners to practice their skills within the workplace. The mentor should also make regular time to meet with the learners and discuss their progress, and they will be invited to join the progress reviews that PTS will hold with the learner every sort of 8 to 10 weeks throughout their studies. Mentors and line managers need to ensure that learners are completed their learning journals and their portfolios, and these will be discussed within the progress review catch-up meetings. And we make sure that learners are on track, and we discuss any issues or concerns and how to get learners on track if they are falling behind. It is also important that mentors and line managers and the employer ensure that learners are attending their workshops and are having time to complete their apprenticeship work and complete their 20% off the job training. So what is OneFile? Well, OneFile is our e-portfolio system that enables learners to submit their work to their assessor for feedback. The assessor and tutor will clearly state what the learning aims are for the learner, and you will also see each learning aim broken down on the e-portfolio page. So you will see clearly the maths, English, their main subject aim, and any other elements of their apprenticeship. Learners will need to record their 20% off the job training, and again this keeps a record of the percentage that they are at, and they will be required for this to reach the 20% by the time they go through to their endpoint assessment. The e-portfolio system enables us to store all the documents that we have for the learner, for example their initial assessments, any individual learning plans or induction paperwork, and this can be added to and updated as we progress through their apprenticeship. It will give a breakdown of the learner's progress, their whole apprenticeship, but also the individual elements that they are undertaking as well. So you'll be able to see a broken down progress for the learners. And line managers and mentors will also have access to this, and there is a separate recording to support managers and mentors of how to access OneFile and how they can check the learner's progress as and when they wish to. If you have any further questions for professional training solutions regarding apprenticeships, please do not hesitate to contact us and we will be able to help you.